And welcome back, everybody, to the Midwest Meltdown. It's your boy, Zach.
It's Josh. The beginning portion of the podcast is presented by Podgo. Podgo is the easiest way for you to monetize your podcast, providing podcasters with a flat rate for ad space so you always know how much you get when you include an ad from Podgo. Apply today to become a member and be immediately connected with advertisers that fit your audience. Go to podgo.co at podgo.co and be sure to add the name of our podcast, The Midwest Meltdown, in the How Did You Hear About Podgo section. The beginning portion of the podcast is also presented by Sweat Connected. Sweat Connected is a transformative way to work out. Sweat Connected has a mission to help you feel your best. Each expert instructor brings their signature method directly to you, wherever you are in the world via Zoom. When you take a Sweat Connected class, you are able to interact with your instructor and the other participants in class just like you would in a live studio experience. Whether you have been a group fitness participant for years or are a newer member, you will feel at home with Sweat Connected. Sweat Connected is exclusively offering our listeners 50% off their first class by going to sweatconnected.com and using the code POD, P-O-D, at sweatconnected.com for 50% off your first class.
I think I know what you're doing, but we're just going to hold out to the rest of the episode and see.
Yeah, why don't you just wait?
I know exactly what you just fucking did, because that's what that pause was. I can see the pause. It's going to drift away here pretty soon. I know what you did.
Mm-hmm.
You mother... All right. Anyway.
Hey.
What's up?
Firstly, Zoom lifted their 40-minute restriction for Thanksgiving. So that was nice of them.
Wow. Okay.
Well, the ad was talking about Zoom. I was just talking about it. It's current. It's topical.
Okay. I have a current... okay, keep going.
Weren't we going to talk about Black Friday?
Oh, yeah, we were. That was our end. No. We left off with that, and I said we have a lot. That's a lot to go over.
I know, but that was 2 episodes ago now.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, last episode we didn't talk about it.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry to everybody who really wanted to hear all about Black Friday being super annoying this year, probably.
Probably.
Well,
okay, so anyway, we'll consider talking about that.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, I guess we can kind of go on the topic a little bit. So, remember before the show, we were talking about Teague and I went to the mall this past weekend.
No, I don't remember that.
I'm not talking about the part that I was telling you about. There was another part of the story that I didn't tell you about because I wanted to leave it in because we got a shout out to our boy Robin Leonard and kind of hear what his thoughts on this are. So strolling through the mall, it was pretty early. Like the mall was just opening, so it was like the skeleton crew. A couple people were filing in, just getting ready for stores to open, and we're
the skeleton crew of the mall.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
You heard me. So we're walking through, and all of a sudden, I catch off the corner of my eye this beautiful gold glimmer, and I was like, that looks like the Knights logo. And sure enough, a gentleman is walking towards me with one of those, like, jersey hoodie-looking things.
Yeah.
So it's got the nice quality, like the laces and stuff, and sure enough, it's the Golden Knights logo. And I turned to him, and now this is the part that's cool, but it kind of goes a little bit south, and I don't really understand why. Maybe you can explain, but I turned to him, and I'm like, oh, dude, love the hoodie. And and here's the part that I don't like. He didn't even make eye contact with me, and he goes, I know. And just keeps walking away. And I'm like, motherfucker, what the fuck, dude? Like, we're in fucking North Carolina. We are probably one of the furthest points away from Las Vegas in the continental United States. And you're fucking telling me that you just go, I know, to a guy who says nice Knights hoodie?
Right, like, it's not like you were on the strip.
Right.
Which, by the way, we were in our Knights jerseys, and people were like, oh, like, nice jerseys.
Dude,
in Las Vegas.
Yeah, exactly.
And we were like, oh, fuck yeah, thank you. In North Carolina. Yeah. What a tool.
Seriously, I was like, I mean, again, he kind of, I don't know, he just seemed off. I don't know, like he was with other people, but he was like an older gentleman, not like old, but older. And I was like, I turned to Teague and I was like, what the fuck's that guy's bag? I was like really pumped for him to be like, oh, dude, Knights. And I was like, see, he gets it. And no,
he probably doesn't even know what it is.
Yeah, exactly. He probably just got it. He's like, kind of like the helmet. It's pretty cool. I always wanted to be a knight growing up. What? Yeah.
Hey, do you remember in middle school when the social studies department would have the historical actors come in?
No.
Oh, damn. They must have stopped that like right after we did it.
When was this in elementary school or middle school?
No, middle school, middle school.
No, absolutely not.
So I think it was, one was 7th grade for sure, and the other one might have been 8th grade. But
Okay.
7th grade, so regardless, one
Mhm.
was, they were two guys, they were Roman historical actors, like people who like Civil War reenactors,
Yeah.
They were Roman ones. And I remember this specifically because they would come in, they would talk about like the history of the Romans, like, like how they would fight and all that stuff, all
Sure.
about like, it was cool,
Mm-hmm.
a little weird, but cool. But this guy had a walking boot on because he broke his foot. So they would dress appropriately. They were actor, and so like he was in full Roman armor,
A boot,
wearing that big chunky walking boot when you have a foot injury. And so then I remember this line. He's like, yeah, like Romans were really heroic and brave, but that's what I tried to be, and I ignored this for a long time, and my doctors told me it would have been a lot better if I didn't. I remember him saying that. Anyway, and then I hand to God, this is as true as I remember it.
Okay.
So whatever. So then the next one was a knight, and which is what sparked this story.
Okay.
A guy who dressed up like a knight and came in and talked about knights.
Sure.
And he brought out some weapons and showed that, talked about that. And this guy was a little more into his job than the other two, like
Okay.
because he pulled out a skull.
Oh, what?
Skull.
A skull.
And it had like 2 puncture holes in it, right?
Okay.
And it was a child's skull.
Okay.
And he goes, and then some people started laughing, I guess. I don't fucking know. It was middle school. And then he goes, like, he gets all serious and he goes, I'll assume that's nervous laughter because this is pretty serious. And he holds up like one of the tools that he had that fit perfectly with the puncture holes. And I was like, what the fuck am I? What? What are you teaching us right now? Did you do that?
Did you tell like Mr. Blair to hit like the bottom red button? Like security, like, hey, we gotta get this fucking guy out of here.
What's this guy's deal?
Oh my!
So anyway, they must have stopped doing that. Maybe it was because of that. I don't know.
Honestly, I wouldn't be
doesn't ring any
surprised.
bells to you.
No, because what we did, I remember this specifically, is what we would do is we had one segment where we had to like pick a segment of history that we had learned about and actually dress up ourselves.
See, that's what it was. They were like, oh wait, we can't hire these guys again.
I think
Make the fucking kids do it.
Seriously, I dressed up like fucking Christopher Columbus.
Amazing. We did not do that.
Oh, see, because I like had dress shoes on and I like rolled up my dress pants to make them look like they were like those slacks basically. No, yeah, I did like the whole, and then like I remember my friend Allison dressed up like Catherine the Great. Like it was a whole thing.
That is fucking funny.
That's so yeah, they definitely stopped after that fucking guy, no doubt.
That's hilarious.
They were like, this guy is too, like, even though you're all in 7th grade and I'm sure you've seen crazier shit, this is a bit much, and yeah, we're just not gonna do this anymore.
We're gonna have to put a stop to that.
This motherfucker ruined it for all you guys, so just tell him he sucks.
Oh my god, that is funny.
That's crazy.
So anyway,
so I got a little PS5 news for you because I know you're looking to invest into one soon,
dude. The first update today.
Dude, you might want to hold off on getting one. I think they're still having a couple issues. Have you heard about this?
I've heard about. I don't know. Why don't you just tell me?
There is a download queue bug. Have you heard about this?
I don't think so.
Okay. So apparently, users who have the PS5 are running into an error when they're downloading their games onto the PS5. So the error is like, so for example, on your PS4, you'll download a game and it'll say queued for download. If you have multiple games going. The error is that it'll be stuck in that queued for download state and just stay there. And the weirder part is that if you go to the store to look up that game, it'll show you haven't purchased it, but it'll still show up in your library. And the only fix that Sony has given people to this moment is you have to perform a factory reset on the PS5.
Wow, that's lucky. And I was never going to get the PS5 at launch. Well, one, I couldn't physically,
Right.
but I wasn't going to because of stuff like this.
Right.
Which always happens.
No, exactly. Can you believe this fucking thing is 15 inches tall?
No, I mean, like, I see pictures and it's just like, what are you doing?
Apparently, I read an article that said it was supposed to be bigger.
I also read that.
What the fuck, man? That's insane.
Yeah. But
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. No. It's just nuts. And then, like, with this bug now, I mean, again, people aren't like, it's not I mean, Jesus Christ, it's not vape coming out of the fucking PS5. So, I mean, I guess it could be worse. Did you see those videos, by the way?
Yeah.
For the Xbox?
Dude, vape smoke?
Did you see what Xbox then tweeted?
No.
They I'm not kidding. I'm not paraphrasing or anything. They go, I can't believe we have to say this, but please do not blow vape into your Xbox.
Yeah, I did see that.
I love how they say, I can't believe we have to say this.
Good. We need to stop coddling. I think pretty sure we've had this conversation on the podcast.
Plenty of times.
I'm sorry, but use your fucking brain.
Dude, this is what happens when you educate from home. No one learns. No one learns and people get bored.
Trust me, this type of behavior has established itself well before the last 9 months.
But this is just making it worse.
I mean, you're probably right.
This is adding gasoline to the fire to an all-new end. Blowing fucking vape smoke into a console. Like, what the fuck, man?
I don't know. But then again, this is the same. I can only assume, I'm generalizing here. Fucking sue me. The same people who ate laundry detergent, probably. I don't know.
Oh, for sure.
And if you're offended by that, I don't care.
If you're offended by what? That biting into a Tide Pod is bad?
Well, no, not as bad. That I'm about to say with utmost clarity, you're a fucking moron.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. If you're offended by that, too fucking bad, I guess.
I don't even know where to begin.
I would love to hear someone's explanation to me as to why that offends them. That, I think, is more intriguing to me. If you are offended by that, please actually reach out to me on social media. I'd love to understand more. Honestly, I would love to understand more why that actually offends you.
Yeah, what's the defense to that action?
Seriously, like, yeah. So either way, but yeah. So PS5, that bug. Quite honestly, though, that's I think the only issue that I've really seen with the PS5 so far, other than the fact that it does not fit into any TV stand ever.
Right. I already thought about it, and I was like, I'm gonna have to put it behind my TV if I.
Dude, I'm gonna have to put it like I'm looking at my setup right now. I have my work desk like next to my TV stand. I have to put it on my work desk, I think.
Maybe the update today will fix that issue.
I think it might. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's probably what that update is going to be for, because that's a pretty significant issue. Like, because I'm sure people obviously like they're transferring games from their PS4, I'm sure, and they're getting like their games out of their own PS5 library and stuff. So I'm like, that's a pretty big to perform a factory reset. Like that doesn't take like a quick minute. That takes some time.
It takes a minute or two,
at least. And in today's day and age, where shit needs to happen yesterday, God, like. I don't even like it feels like my life's buffering if something takes a minute to explain to me. It's ridiculous.
Honestly, though.
Dude, speaking of bugs, guess what game I just had an issue with recently? It was treating me really well till honestly 2 days ago.
Tomb Raider.
Beat Saber.
What's the issue?
So they just came out with a new update, like Beat Saber update, like 2.0 or whatever. And actually, at first, when we first got, so Teague and I were going to play. We did the update, and then when the update came up, it was a lot smoother user interface. So I don't know if you played it pretty briefly with me, but the VR itself, it was relatively smooth, but it kind of seemed like choppy at times. Like when you were playing, it seemed kind of like it wasn't super super smooth. The new update, however, like really smooth everything over. Like when you look around, when you move everything, like it's very very nice. The issue though is that if you have certain environments selected, so like the like kind of I guess quote arenas that you play in, if you have those pre-selected and you select a song to play, the game crashes.
Oh.
So then you have to go in and change it. However, there's also a bug that goes along with that saying that you can't change the height for the user. So like we started playing, but then like the notes were coming in like super, super low. And every time we tried to change it, it wouldn't work. So then I'm like on my phone, like Googling, like what the fuck's going on? So I just happened to stumble across on Twitter then, on Beat Saber's actual Twitter account, not even a day ago, they tweeted saying, hey, sorry, like PlayStation VR users, the recent updates saying you can't do this, this, and this. We're in the middle of fixing it. Hopefully we'll get it fixed soon.
Well, there you go.
And I was like, holy shit. Like, I'm like, damn, this game really, like, has never caused... I never thought this game would cause issues for me. And I was like, we were really pumped to play it, like, new update and everything. And fucking... I was like, motherfucker.
Well, this goes to show you should never get excited about anything. Except you should get excited about the fact that the gallery's back sponsoring this portion of the podcast.
Oh!
This year, we're all looking for the perfect holiday gift, and today we want to tell you again about the gallery. The gallery shop is a curated collection of photographs from around the world. All prints are made from 100% recycled aluminum, giving your wall that gallery finish. Right now, for the holiday season, the gallery is exclusively offering our listeners 25% off your next purchase using the code FRIDAY. That's 25% off your next purchase at thegallery.com. Note the spelling, GALRY, using the code FRIDAY, spelled just like the day, FRIDAY. The Gallery, create your perfect space.
Did you end up getting gallery stuff yet?
No.
You're such a bitch.
But guess what?
What?
Now I can.
Dude, you can get it for a special someone even if you want.
Maybe I will.
Oh, maybe.
The Meltdown is officially off the market.
We're all taken, dude.
All two of us.
Deed was the last one taken. He's locked down. The old ball and chain. It is over.
You know, this is semi-related to the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Morgan and I were talking about arcades over the past 2 days. It's come up in conversation about going to arcades.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah, except not very cool because
most
I want to fucking go.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
I'm sure most are probably closed still, right?
Yeah, I want to play House of the Dead.
Dude, remember we went to that one arcade down in Illinois?
That one was pretty good.
That whole it was 2 stories worth of just all his arcade games.
Yeah.
We played fucking Star Wars Pod Racer too, and you kicked the shit out of me because you knew how to drive one of those tractors when you were doing your summer shit.
Zero turn, yeah.
The zero turn, yeah. Dude, now I want to go to an arcade. That's so dope.
See?
That's what I like.
Suffer together.
Motherfucker. God damn it. That's annoying.
I know, because we were talking about it. She's like, oh yeah, I played that one game in Dave & Buster's where it's really, or as I said this, I was like, oh, the really loud one? She's like, yeah, and it blows air at you. It's like the horror game. You're shooting zombies. And I was like, yeah.
You mean my favorite game of all time? My pain is so much worse. That's yeah, god damn, dude. I guess that's the thing. It's crazy to think about all the things you take for granted when before this thing happened. Just the thought, right now, of wanting to go to an arcade, you probably can't. It's I don't
think we can.
I mean, maybe some are open, but they're on a very restricted.
It's not the same experience.
Exactly, and that's the thing. It's you before this whole thing went down, you never really thought to yourself of all the cool things that you could just go out and do whenever you felt like it. And now you're sitting there thinking oh damn, I could really go for an awesome arcade sesh. And now you're fuck.
I'm honestly things are going to be so packed.
Oh, dude.
If and when we get back to normal.
Once shit opens up, Oh my God.
You know, like it's just like people are just because they're going to be, you know, it's just like for the exact same reason. We've just been not doing much, sitting at home,
People are gonna
going
want
on
to
a
just,
year.
dude. I think like it's crazy. I like even think about like sporting events. Places are gonna sell out so fucking quick.
Yeah, if they can weather the storm, they should recoup a lot of their money, I think.
Oh, they will easily.
But
Are
that's
you
not.
kidding?
It's easier said than done.
I mean, sure, but like
They're
think
taking
about.
significant financial losses.
I mean, sure, but like even for teams that generally don't make a lot of money that could like suck, even they will sell out because people are just
Right.
gonna want to go. Like you're gonna see teams that have never sold out in like the past 5 years all of a sudden have like 3 straight sellouts, even though if they could suck, which is
Yep.
just bananas. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I hope shit ends up happening soon. I mean, like obviously this holiday season, we hope everybody stays
So
safe,
boop
stays
de
healthy.
boop.
But man, oh man, like just want shit to get back to somewhat normal. Do you see so Pfizer, I think was the first one that came out saying that they have a vaccine that was 90% effective.
Yeah.
There was another company that came out that was 95%. Do you happen to know who it was?
No, but I did hear that too.
Oh, I can't think of the. I was hoping you would know. I can't think of the company's name, but Tegan and I were talking about this the other day when we were out for a walk, and she's like 95%. So who are the unfortunate 5%? Like, doesn't that kind of suck? Like, what if you were like, you know what? I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna test my luck and see what happens. And you get it, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, for 95% of you, nice job. What about us? Well,
Sorry.
sucks to suck. What? Read the
Yeah.
fine print, bitch.
I mean, we could get into vaccine development, but that's
Nah. Yeah, that just you saying that just sounded boring.
I already worked today. I don't want to go back into. I don't want to go back into work mode.
Classes in session. Classes in session.
I'm in fun mode.
Today we're going to talk about vaccine development.
And especially, I'm like, I'm reading a bunch of new trials on
Oh god.
treatments and stuff because we're seeing a lot of new stuff, and I said I would like kind of look into it and then disseminate it out to the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like all COVID all the time.
Oh god, dude.
Because what happens is we see stuff,
Mhm.
and then we're like, well, what's this? There's got to be a reason that we're doing this, and then you look it up, you find the trials, and you got to read it and do
Next
all that.
thing you know,
business,
you're down a pharmacy rabbit hole that no one asked for.
That's kind of how I feel. I have a stack of trials that just keeps getting bigger. It seems like
All of a sudden, you get down this rabbit hole of videos. Next thing you know, you're watching Motley Crue crush up pills and snort them.
I wish it was that entertaining.
I don't know how I got here, but I did. Just kept clicking shit.
Yeah, so been trying to find time to read them.
Good
God, so busy though.
Dude, speaking of work really quick, so there's at the off chance that this guy happens to listen to this show, I don't even care. I just want him to know how I truly feel about him. I've told you, I'm not going to say his name, but I've expressed who he is to you. I've mentioned his name, so I think you know who I'm talking about. So I am pretty convinced that this guy, I think, is some sort of robotic, out of this world organism. And what he does,
one might call that an alien.
I think he's like an alien type form. I think he's again more computer-esque, more robotic type than so anyway. So my reasoning behind this is I think he thinks to himself that he's clearly smarter than us. Like that's how this like a computer might operate. And what he does is he'll go home every day after we've told him how to do our job and just do a complete Control-Alt-Delete, reboot, clear the cache, come back the next day sounding even stupider.
What?
Because we've explained shit to him thousands of times. Because he's making the transition. So he's made the transition to our team, or like to more of what I do, which really isn't that different from what he does. It's just being proactive on calling customers, basically. Now, when you first make the transition, sometimes there's questions, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. But when we've answered questions for him, I don't know, 10 different occasions over the past month and a half, Figure it out, man. Write it down, put it on your laptop. Like, what the fuck are you doing that this is just going in one ear and in this case, in one eyeball and out the other? Because it's like,
I know what you mean.
it's like, dude, I am so sick and fucking tired of having to re-explain shit to you that I've told you 100 times already.
How long has he been in the position?
So before I got here, so I've been here now a year and a half, almost 2 years. Before that, I think he was here 3 years, so he's going on 4.5, almost 5 years. Yeah.
Jesus.
And I'm okay. And over the course of 5 years, sure, processes change. Certain things get modified a little bit. Whatever, fine. But at the end of the day, going on 5 years, and you're still like, what? I'm like, motherfucker, figure it out, dude. Like, go home. Like, again, I'm telling you, he goes home and he's just like, clear cache. Stupid humans. Like, because like motherfucker knows like nobody's getting fired during this point in time, because if anybody leaves, like right now today we had one guy out sick and all hell broke loose. Like, my boss told me to stay an extra hour and a half. We had we had other guys who start later get on like 3 hours early, like, because all hell was breaking loose because one guy was out sick. So this guy knows they're not firing me. They can't. And he knows this.
I mean, he
fucking knows it. So he's like, well, if I just play dumb, I'll be fine.
That's frustrating.
It's very frustrating. It's to the point where it's exhausting. And like, he told me one time, he asked a question. He's like, so what do we do for X example? And I'm like, we just do normal. I work in a team called Guardian. Oh, excuse me. And I said, you just do normal Guardian processes, which I think everybody can assume that that's just a normal way of doing the job. And he didn't get that. He's like, so what does that mean? I'm like, it's your job.
Have you not been doing this the whole time?
Like, seriously, like, what you know what?
What have you been doing?
You know what, man? What do you think it means?
I gotta know. Why don't you tell me?
Like, I want to know now what you've been doing wrong this whole time so we can try to fix it. And again, on the off chance he listens to this, I don't even care. It's so infuriating. And I'm sure there's so many people right now thinking to themselves they have that one person at work. There's always one. There's always one fucking person that's like this in every job.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like, it's almost just like a checks and balances in life.
Oh my god.
Because then it's like, then who else do people complain about at work? It's kind of like, well, did you see?
What do you think he complains about when he goes home?
Oh, probably how he's going to destroy us all at some point.
He's just like, God, those guys are riding me so hard.
God, they're just, I don't get, like, I'm just doing my job, man. He actually one time brought in his personal mail into the office, and I was like, hey, what do you got there? And he's like, oh man, my mail, I went home last night and I just fell asleep at like 6:30. Woke up at 3 a.m. and that was it. And I'm like, yeah, seriously, I was like, what? Like, where are you going with this? So okay, so why is your personal mail here? I don't think that answered my question. Like, he just made it seem like he had such a long fucking day.
I'm speechless.
I wish I was kidding. Because then what he says he does, I guess this is kind of smart, but like, he takes it and then like anything he doesn't like or that has like personal information, he'll throw it in the shredding bin at our office.
All right, fine.
Which, sure, that's fine, but like, he's there in the middle of the workday, not on break, not on lunch, opening up his motherfucking mail. I'm like dumbfounded.
Can you not?
This guy, this is the only reason why I'm happy I'm at home. I have to go into the office every day and deal with this because I know his cubicle's like right next to mine, and I know for a fact he'd just be like all these questions. All like I remember when we were still in the office, I was showing him kind of how to do this new job when he was making the switch, and motherfucker's like texting his hairstylist. I'm not kidding. Right?
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say to you right now.
I know.
Like
I know.
Just work. What? I don't even know.
Like I'm just trying to show him, like, hey man, this is kind of important because people's lives could be on the line here with our equipment not working. So
yeah, no shit.
Could you stop just fucking texting your hairstylist for like forever until the workday's over?
Or like just a little later. Like just wait like a little bit.
Like motherfucker, we get an hour for lunch.
Jesus Christ.
Well, because technically speaking, what we can do is we can take our half hour and then tack on our 2 15-minute breaks on top of that, which is basically what everybody does. So we just take an hour for lunch.
Well, that's pretty nice.
It is pretty nice. So, but okay, back to my point though. So he's got an hour. He's got a fucking hour to eat his food, and he can do whatever the hell he wants after that 15 minutes is up.
This story irritates me more and more as we tell it.
I'll cut it off right here. I don't want to upset you any more than I already have.
What a pile of shit. All right, I'm going to read an ad and hopefully right the ship here.
Oh, okay, please do.
All right, the final portion of the podcast is presented by State Bags.
Yes!
State Bags makes beautiful, well-made, inclusively cool products while using the power of business to give back to shift the narrative around social injustice. For every State Bag purchased, State hand-delivers a backpack packed with essential tools for success to an American child in need. But their commitment goes beyond simply a material donation. State Bags has your back, and part of that commitment is making a difference in local kids' lives. To get you ready for your commute or wherever you're traveling next, State is offering our listeners 15% off their next purchase at statebags.com using the code POD. That's 15% off the next purchase you make using the code POD, P-O-D, at statebags.com. State Bags. They have your back.
Thank God someone does. Hey, don't ever fucking do that to me again, man.
This is presented by State Bags. Yes!
I knew it. I knew you fucking took it. You're like, mental note, putting this last for this motherfucker.
Yep.
Son of a bitch. One of the one things I look forward to now with the most recent ads we get, and this is what you fucking do to me.
Sorry, man.
You son of a bitch.
I couldn't pass up that opportunity.
Clearly. Just don't ever fucking do it again. God damn.
Nice play, Maze. Don't ever fucking do it again.
Great play, Maze. Don't ever fucking do it again. Oh my God. What a reference.
Thanks, man.
Holy shit. That just made my night. That was spectacular. For anyone who doesn't know, that's from the movie Major League, and if you haven't seen it, stop what you're fucking doing and go find it and watch it.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that movie coincides with most of our audience.
Yeah, well, if you're a sports fan, go for it.
Yeah, it's a great sports movie.
We actually
oh, go ahead.
Oh, so really quick, we actually my final year of college, we had a controls class, controls 2, and the professor we had was like 5 years out of school, out of his PhD, and he formerly went to MSOE, where we all obviously currently went. And on our final exam for like, because he didn't give a shit, for like a huge portion of our final, the bonus question was, who is the what other movie is the actor from the Allstate commercials more profoundly known for? Something along those lines. I can't remember exactly what, but it was like all the guys were like, "Oh, motherfucker, that's Pedro Serrano from Major League."
Major League.
And it was so funny because all the girls like had to like look it up, or like a majority of them, I should say, and they were all like looking it up, and they're like, "Oh, he's a professional baseball player for the Cleveland Indians." Like just reading it as it like was given to them off whatever Wikipedia page they found. It was really fucking funny.
Oh my god.
He plays for the Cleveland Indians. Well, you're not wrong,
but also very much not right.
But very wrong indeed. Oh my god.
Lucas and I, Lucas with a K, and we're talking about this guy at length. It's so funny that you say this story.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going back and I'm searching the conversation because I want to get it right here. Okay. So he messages me the other day. Oh, poop. It went away. Hold on. Bring it back up. He messaged me the other day. So this is how it started out. This is actually pretty funny. Okay. So he says, hold on, just loading here. Come on, Mark. Load the page.
Loading. Oh my god.
Okay, this is
tension's fucking building, clearly.
I know. It's just spinning.
Damn, here's a filler, Johnny.
All right, well, I guess I'll have to paraphrase the first part that I can't see. Okay. So anyway, he messaged me and he goes, dude, he's like, something like, do you know that the Allstate guy is Pedro Serrano? And I was like, I thought he was kidding. So I like went along with it or something. I was like, oh yeah, I know, like so crazy, right? And he's like, I know, like that's so crazy. And I was like, wait.
Hold on.
Is this a joke? And he's like, no, I didn't know that. And I go, LMAO. And he's like, he doesn't even look like him anymore. And I'm like, you're going to kill me. I'm going to die. And I said, ha, 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 ha. So we were talking about him for a while. Because we were talking, he's also in Jarhead and stuff. And
yeah.
So, yeah. It's funny that you bring that up.
That's so awesome. Dude, you know that motherfucker used to say he's Pedro Serrano? Wow.
Like, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Wait, you're serious?
Could you imagine somebody seeing that for like the first time, like the light bulb that had to have clicked in his head? I would have loved to have been there in person to see his face just bing. Holy shit! Like whoever's around him just got like completely startled. What?
What? Oh my god!
This is what turns the phone and just shows him. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Oh, that's so funny. The other day, SportsCenter or ESPN posted, it was like the anniversary of Space Jam.
Okay.
And it was like, on this day, 23 years ago or whatever, Space Jam came out. And then it goes, best sports movie ever? And I'm like, no? What the fuck kind of question is that?
That's not even a debate. I'm not saying the movie's bad, but Jesus.
But it's not even in the top 5.
Christ almighty. Best animated sports movie, sure.
Maybe right behind an extremely goofy movie, Extreme Sports.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was a movie.
Oh yeah, that's the second one. They go to college and they compete in the collegiate X Games.
What?
It's fucking awesome.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe then. Oh my god. I'm telling you. See, that's the craziest thing about no sports happening. That's the topics they have to talk about. Is it the best sports movie?
1999. Ever? Oh, you're talking about the Post.
No. The Post. Like that Sports Center now having to go. All right. Well, golf. Oh, Masters just ended. Hockey. Nope. Basketball. No. Baseball's over. Football's going on, but it's only on Sundays. All right. Was Space Jam the best sports movie ever? Talk. What? Could you imagine like the fucking intern that's like, oh god, this is what I signed up for. The best sports movie ever. Jesus Christ. I can think like just off the top of my head 10 solid ones that beat it out by a lot.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh man. Well, I just put a damper on things, I think. I can't wait for number 2 to come out.
Oh my god. I saw this meme and it was like Bro, NBA 2K21 is so good that you can see LeBron James' hair transplant. and it was a close up on LeBron James' head, and you actually could.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh my God. Like, I
Oh,
appreciate you
Christ.
getting the details correct, but you probably didn't need to do them like that.
Oh no. We got to get it down to the last fine detail.
And I'm just like, oh my God.
Hey, if you have a zit, better get rid of it before picture day.
Yeah.
It's all we could say here at the 2K offices.
Hey, can you just not add that? No, we're adding
it. Sure. Look at your contract, idiot.
If we can, we will.
If you have it, it's going in. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's awesome. Honestly, it's so funny how people are just like, dude, LeBron, like just shave your head. Like it's just stop. Like just go for it, man. And
Well, I mean, he got the transplant now, so fucking rat it out, I guess.
It looks awful. Clearly, as you could tell.
The video game can tell.
Like if it looks bad in a video game, let's be real.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's so fucking funny. Yeah, I got a couple other things here for you really quick. So, I've recently I got my Sony rewards, mentioned it before. Back up to a reasonable amount of points here, coming up probably to the point where I can get a lot of these things on this list, and I need your help, Josh.
Sure.
Are you ready?
Yep.
I am right now between getting Ghost of Tsushima,
Okay.
Doom Eternal,
Okay.
Crash 4,
Okay.
or Star Wars Squadrons.
Okay.
I could right now. Star Wars Squadrons is the lowest point total of those three. So basically, the way they pin it out is kind of how much the game is valued at money wise in real life. So Ghost of Tsushima, Doom Eternal, and Crash 4 are all right around 6,000 rewards points. Star Wars Squadrons is at 4,000.
Doom Eternal.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
See, I thought to myself, like, is he gonna say it because he wants it, or because he thinks that I would enjoy it?
I think that's your best. Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Well, I was just genuinely
both in this case.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, once I hit next month, I'll probably end up getting it then. Because now, here's the other thing: with all these transitions going to the PS5 and hearing about how games are only transferable via if you have a hard copy, I would start buying a lot more hard copy games. Like,
Wait.
didn't we talk about this?
No.
Hold on, I gotta find the article now.
So most recently I have the digital copy of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I can't play that on the PS5.
Hold on, I don't think so. PS4 to PS5. Can I transfer my games from PS4 to PS5? Oh, okay. So they must. Okay, so this was 5 days ago. Okay, so yes, so this is very, very recent. So all you have to do is you can plug in your PS4 and your PS5, take a external, and transfer whatever software and save games you want to carry over, and then plug it into your PS5 and transfer everything over.
I don't have a PS4.
Well, then you are honestly going to be SOL because
Wait. So that means so say I did. I would have to then download the game because say I don't have it installed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So say it's just in my library.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to download the game to a PS4 and then transfer it to a PS5 rather than just downloading it from my profile on the PS5.
That's honest. Everything that I've been seeing so far is because like a lot of people, what they're doing is they're trying to transfer it over like they do like Bluetooth, because like you can connect the systems via Bluetooth or wireless, and everybody's saying your best bet is to take an Ethernet cable and plug the two, connect them together, and that's like the fastest transfer route to get your games from one to the other.
Oh, so then I don't even want to buy a PS5.
Yeah, and the other crazy thing too is like at this point, I mean you can transfer over, but you can't play like the PS5 graphics either. So there's only certain games still. There's only a certain list that will get PS5 graphics if you've bought them on PS4. Oh, man. I'm sorry. Did I really put a damper on your evening?
I don't know if I want to play anymore.
No, don't, because you haven't played it all lately. Don't say that.
No, I mean, I don't want to play right now.
Well, you haven't been playing it all right now or before or...
I don't want to play with you, okay?
Why? Why me?
I want to go home.
What the fuck did I do?
You know what you did.
Just reading the news? You're right. Try to cancel me now, bitch.
Too late.
No, yeah, so that is so basically what they're saying is they don't have like that cloud accessibility quite yet. Might be coming with future updates, but as of right now you basically need to because like right now, I could take my external, unplug it from my PS4 and just plug it into the PS5, and whatever games I currently have on there or apps or whatever the case might be, just upload it to the PS5.
Whatever.
Hey man, I don't make the rules.
Yeah, you do.
Trust me, I don't. Because shit would be a lot crazier if I did. And we both know this. See, that sigh right there, that little sigh. I don't know if people heard it. That little sigh right there. Means check fucking mate. And I got him. It was so subtle, but I'm pretty sure it picked up. I think it got it, so I think we're good.
All right, wrap this show up.
All right, folks. Thanks again for yet another fine, fantastic week of dealing with us. Our downloads and our followers just continue to grow, so I think I speak for Josh when I say we continue to greatly appreciate all of you. Please keep coming by, keep listening to us, because whatever we're doing clearly is, I guess, working. I don't know. Let's see here. This week,
spread the word. If you want us to talk about something, you can let us know.
Oh, honestly, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to post up those games because I kind of want to see what the community thinks I should buy of those 4 games.
Sure.
To see. But honestly, the one that I will be honest with you, the one that has piqued my interest the most is Squadrons, just because I have VR.
Right.
Everything I've heard about that game is like, well, if you don't have VR, it's kind of dumb. I'm like, well, I have it.
I do have VR.
So, but it's so like I said, I'll think about it. But I'm gonna run it across the board to everybody. Let's see. So this week, we have got stay around after the show for the Dad Narok podcast with Sean and Chris. Again, that's Dad Narok, kind of like everybody's favorite MCU movie, Ragnarok.
I like Ragnarok.
Everybody does. Everybody loves that movie.
But I would say the opposite. A lot of people hate it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually really funny because like everybody I've talked to said like that's one of their favorite MCU movies.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
That's really funny, actually. I feel like we should have both these groups of people meet at some point.
Just explode.
Dude, just like the universe just implodes on that spot. Again, that's the Dad Narok podcast with Sean and Chris. Hang around after the show. Promo drop for those guys. And until next week, we will be checking in with you guys later. So again, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Thanks again, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.
Sláinte.
It's the Dad Narok podcast. This is Sean.
And this is Chris.
Join us every week as we give you the dad's point of view on pop culture.
And stumbling our way through fatherhood. Dad jokes.
Star Wars.
Streaming.
Tech news.
Movie news.
Listen to lifelong pals tell stories from past and present.
Cruise with us into the cheesy every week on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms.
And as always, find past episodes and links to our social media pages on dadnarok.com.